Welcome back to another podcast episode. This is Carl Wolfgang Schultz, and I'm here to bring you some excellent advice on how to be happy single. Alright, so I wrote a few things down here to be a little bit more prepared for this. So the first thing is focus on improvement as a distraction. So when you're focusing on how to be more happy being single, the best piece of advice I can give you is to focus your attention on your goals. Focus on things that you need to improve on. Focus on, obviously accomplishing the goals, but focusing on the task, the person that you want to be, that sort of thing. And that's going to help you take your mind off of being single. And it's not a bad thing. It's not that you're dismissing being single. It's that you're becoming a better man or a better woman in the process, and that will create more attraction to the partner that you seek. And that to me is a great point to make, because nobody likes somebody who's needy. And when you're needy, it just comes off as fairly desperate and unattractive. And so even when you do find the mate, you want to stay focused on your goals. Stay focused on improving yourself and going your own path, and the right person will end up in your life, so that you can maintain that level of happiness even before you meet the person, because you're accomplishing your goals. So the second thing is finding friends to relax with, to enjoy with. It doesn't have to be about sex. Maybe there will be sex involved, whatever the case may be, but for the most part, focus on a friendship while you're single, instead of trying to find more love through intimacy and sex and stuff like that. Focus your attention on being friends with people. Build your social circle. And that is a great piece of advice for me to you, because it's going to allow you to feel a lot better about yourself. And life really is not about sex. It's not about any of that. It's the biggest lie that I was told. And don't focus so much on the sex part. You should focus on the social aspect of it. Building your own circle of people, no matter where you live. You move around a lot, just always be working on meeting new people and genuinely being yourself and not coming off as too desperate. That is my 2 cents on that. And it's such a great way to live your life, to have a big social circle and a lot of friendships and stuff like that. And who knows, maybe there'll come a time when the person in your social circle started off as a friend, ended up becoming your boyfriend, girlfriend, etc. The third thing is to love your hobbies and your passion. When you're single, you have all the time in the world to focus on your passion. For me, it's music, it's building websites, it's skateboarding, etc. Just really go all in, be obsessed about what your hobbies and your passions are, because that's going to become very attractive to someone when they see you, for example, the opposite sex, or a partner or a potential boyfriend or girlfriend. They're going to see that you're really focused on doing you and being you, and they're going to want to be around that. And if you're not into whatever it is you're doing, or being completely obsessed with your passion or hobby, it's also very unattractive. And you don't ever want to be more into another person than you are into yourself. There might be some comments about that, but it's true. You have to love yourself so much, and the right people will come in. You never want to stop what you're doing it's hard to say this, but you never want to stop what you're doing. Never stop focusing on your goals to help somebody else. That is the cut and dry way of looking at it. There might be some disagreement there, but test it for yourself. If you can always help someone with their groceries or whatever, you get that idea. That's helping someone. But for the most part, you really need to be careful about what you focus on, because there's a lot of attraction that comes with that. And if you take your eye off the prize and you start doing other things for other people, you may be unloyal to yourself and your duty and your obligation to fulfill your own dreams. So you can see where that attraction is really important there, and that's going to ultimately attract more of the future partner in your life. The next thing is discipline with no fap. This is basically no masturbation, no porn. All right, you can have sex with another partner when the time comes, but for the most part, you want to be... What I found is porn and masturbation just killed my life. Just destroyed my life. And I hope you can understand that if you've ever been through that, I'm here with you. You've got to get out of that mentality. I'm going to get out of that mentality. I'm still here. I'm still fighting. And I'm doing well. I mean, I'm kicking some butt. And the hardest part for me was going to bed alone, right? That's the hardest thing when you don't have someone to lay with. But even when I did have someone to lay with at night, I was still waking up in the morning thinking about porn and masturbation and all this stuff instead of just enjoying the company of the other person. Again, so this is about when you're single, you need to learn to go to bed without masturbating, without looking at porn, to learn to love yourself. And I feel like that'll translate over. And when you finally do lay with the person that you admire in bed, that morning, the morning that comes up, you're gonna see how disciplined you are. They're gonna notice that, and it's gonna create a lot of attraction. And then you guys will have a very good relationship, in my opinion, for a while. Something you can work with, because you're happy. You don't need the sex type of thing. And so when you don't watch porn and masturbate, you're gonna have just a great quality of life. And I really want that for you. And that's that. That's how to be happy single, right? It's okay to be single. I made it through some not divorces, but I made it through some breakups, and I'm here to tell you can do it. Don't get overwhelmed by the fact that you're technically alone again. Work on that social circle. Have good friends first, right? And then worry about loving yourself. Well, don't worry about anything, but learn to love yourself, and I promise you, good things will come. Good things will come your way when you love yourself. So that's going to be it for this podcast episode. I highly encourage you to go to wolvofficial.com or wolvofficial.store. You can check me out on YouTube, follow me on Instagram, and this podcast obviously is where you're going to get a lot of really good content. Subscribe to my email list. Thank you so much for listening, and I wish you the very best. Rock on, don't give up, just be obsessed.